How about research showing that you'll live longer if you can balance on one foot for at least 10 seconds with your eyes closed? That's what the study says. You know, I kind of believe it. Unless you practice balancing, just like anything else in the physical realm, the capacity for you to balance when you need it is not going to be there. And same thing goes with your heart and cardiovascular exercise, strength and lifting weights. If you don't use it, you'll lose it. So the good news is that if you practice standing on one leg, you can get better at it. So studies say that you can do 10 seconds on one foot with your eyes closed, you will live longer. If you can only do 2 seconds or less, you will die earlier. Okay? Let's shift to longevity and being on this planet as long as we possibly can, and also to have the wherewithal to balance in the field of gravity, which if we don't, we fall. Falling is not good. So let's do this step by step. First thing is you need to feel your foot. And I'm gonna use a prop here. Simply feel your foot. And that means to relax it, as though the earth was coming up and supporting you. You're being supported by the earth, and you can relax into that as opposed to kind of thinking of it like a cat clawing, kind of the tension that's within that. You're easing into the ground. You're kind of melting into the ground. Okay? Feel that first. With balance, two things you can focus on: your breath coming in and out, or your foot relaxed. One or the other. Don't think. A better way of saying that is try to stay quiet. Okay? Any thought around, I can't balance, I should be able to do this, I can't believe it's so hard, and blah, 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 it's not going to do you any good. So please, either be in your foot or breathe in, breathe out. Okay? So, next step. You're going to use two arms and a leg that are not on the ground to help you balance. They're here. The last thing you want to do is do this. It's not going to help you balance. These are counterweights, the counterbalancing mechanisms, these limbs of yours, okay? You're going to do that. If you need to hold on to something, hold on to it. Now, you're going to get a little tired in your lower extremity, especially on the leg that you're standing on. Meaning your hip and your ankle, etc. So you're going to float here, either focusing on your breath or your foot, and you can do this with your eyes open. Okay. The next step is progressing into going back to holding on to something, a wall, a chair, and closing your eyes. Now, why is this harder? Well, it's because with eyesight, we use vertical and horizontal lines to think or to be in our bodies and to balance, and without the eyesight, it's very hard to do that. So what we're requiring our body to do without eyesight and using those vertical and horizontal lines visually is we have to use our inner ear. And that hasn't been tuned up because we haven't been practicing. So what we're going to do is practice just small periods of time, closing your eyes, feeling your foot, and taking your hand off. Putting your hand back on. You can open your eyes. Close your eyes first, take your hand off, relax into your foot, and breathe. Float. All right. Slowly but surely, after you do a rep on top of a rep, and maybe you only do it a half a second and you have to put your foot down. Fine. Not a problem. Practice makes perfect. And don't give yourself a hard time because you haven't been practicing this. You will get better as you practice. Stay on one leg. Now attempt, if you can, to take the arm off and see if you can relax into that foot a little bit more. Or breathe. Like that. So step by step, you go from feeling your foot to being able to balance on one leg, one foot, with eyesight, using the horizontal and vertical lines that are in our life that we're viewing, and then we take those away. And we ask our ears to start, and our vestibular system to start honing in and start becoming more vital and alive and practiced in holding ourselves up in gravity. So, if you want to live longer, balance on one leg and practice. And it's not only maybe, according to the study, going to help you live longer, but it's also very practical in life to be able to balance when you need it. You hit that tree stump and you have to get your balance. Whatever it is you're hiking, balance is important. You'll get better at it if you practice it. That's number 1 and 2 and 3. Don't give yourself a hard time because you haven't been doing it. Just stay with the practice, mind quiet, breathe. That's the life athlete way, trying to find an easier way of being in your body so that you can successfully negotiate the world that you live in and do all the things you want to do. Take good care of yourselves. Oh, and don't forget, I have a retreat coming up June 12th through 17th in Sun Valley. Check it out, lifeathlete.com. If you like this video, please hit a like sign and subscribe. Share this with other life athletes. You are a life athlete. Until next time, be good to yourselves. You're the only one who can.